Bradley Mayor Mike Watson. Morning, Mike. How you doing today?
I'm well. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, great to have you on the show. Thanks for stopping by.
It's always a pleasure to come by and talk about Bradley.
I was just talking to Ron that, which is a good problem to have, but Saturday, Valentine's Day. I saw both Tucci's and Olive Garden jam packed with people, and even though on the Tucci side, even though I heard that I saw long lines and they were packed, it was still a positive. People are saying the servers were great and they did a good job. So yeah.
Well, we loved it when our businesses do well in the Village of Bradley. I was at the Plated Social that evening, and it was loaded. Tables kept turning over pretty regularly, and I think everybody that offers those kind of venues for Valentine's Day did very well.
That's good. Well, any new economic news for us this morning?
I don't know if anything
or any
too
updates?
much new. A little bit of an update.
Yep.
Tomorrow I'm going to be headed down to Texas.
Okay.
And I'm going to be sitting on a mayoral panel for Building Epic Ventures is the name of the little convention that we're doing down there. It involves the mayor of Grand Prairie, Ron Jensen, who basically was the initiator of the Epic Waters water park, and one that we went and visited a couple years ago. Once we were on the trail of building one, we kind of liked his design and his layout, and asked if we couldn't get an invite to come on down there and just kind of check it out. Wonderful place. And so now that team has grown. It's a private entity, American Resort Management, who is also our consultant, manages that particular water park. And so they're trying to build kind of like a blueprint to doing this. And I'll be sitting on a panel of other mayors that are, taking the risk to build these tourism attraction units across the country. So I think there's 5 of them that'll be there as well, so including myself.
Gotcha. So that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow I head down there. I think I get the stage on maybe Thursday.
Okay.
So, and there'll be a few other ones. If you go online under American Resort Management, you'll be able to see the itinerary of everything that's going on for basically the 18th and the 19th.
All right.
So
awesome.
That's the economic news. Obviously we got some interest in building some things here in the Village of Bradley, and some of those are public and some of them aren't yet, but nothing huge, but a lot of just positive developments that are going to be coming in. I think they're kind of a trickle now, but I think they're going to really start get going full swing in just a short while.
That's good. I know some of them that have already been announced, like the Longhorn Steakhouse, Dutch Bros, and then last week, what is it, Seven Brews?
Seven Brew. I think they're going to be building a new facility somewhere over there by Texas Roadhouse, I think.
Are a lot of these places going to be opening up this year, or is it probably not until next year?
You know what? I haven't really looked at their scheduled plans on construction. I don't know what phase they're in necessarily. Just know that there's been interest proposed by those companies. So.
Sure. That's good. Awesome. Ron?
No, I'm just still happy for the Village of Bradley. And,
well, we're happy you're happy for us. I really am.
I still drive by old TGI Fridays and watch the progress.
I'll tell you what, it's making a significant change.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a nice addition to the makeup of all the businesses up and down that stretch.
Right. Are you guys going to bring a Costco here for us?
I'd love to.
All right. We did a study a couple weeks ago that apparently they ranked all the grocery store chains, and Costco is the cheapest out of compared to Walmart. Walmart was the base.
Okay.
So, because I guess they're the biggest retail grocery chain.
Yeah. Heck, I'd love to. But it's just, to me, Costco has its own agenda. Certain demographics they got to check off on the boxes.
Yeah.
I don't think we have those demographics here. I don't think our population nor our household income probably represents what it needs to. I've heard that the recent one that they opened up in Champaign-Urbana area might not be doing as well, so they're kind of cautiously looking at that. But those are kind of like transient population. I mean, there's a lot of population during the school year, and then kind of vacates during the summer when kids are off from college.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
I'm not sure what they have in store, but we'd certainly love to attract one of them.
Yeah. I also saw, was it last week, the good news about an audit that you guys just had?
Yep.
Sales tax, pretty good?
Thumbs up on everything. I think they told us we had 18 million, something like that in reserves. So
okay.
We're doing well. I mean, it's, and we're constantly improving our infrastructure in the village. So even though we're doing well, we're reinvesting it pretty quickly to get all the upgrades that this village will need for years to come. So, I'm trying to plan 50 years out when I do things. And so we like to do the work, like the stuff a little bit heavy duty when we do it so that it lasts. And they're not just tearing it out every 5 or 6 years. So sometimes it requires a little bit of patience, but I'm looking forward to maybe a couple projects getting at least bid this year. It's a Route 50 upgrade. Some from, I'm going to say, like Armour Road and North Street area. I think that'll go out for bid this year. And there's an East Broadway project that's an ITEP funded program. And there's $2 million, and we're going to do some sidewalk and lighting improvements from LaSalle on Broadway all the way around the corner to the stoplight.
Okay.
Where Broadway hooks back up. So I think all those projects will go out for bid this year. I think they're that close. And, once that gets going, again, that's another round and phase of rebuilding, construction. And, I think it just really adds to the dynamics of the things that are happening in the village of Bradley, because it's kind of compounding right now. So
right. Well, that's good. I mean, I know, and it makes sense, a lot of there's on social media and news, a lot of focus on the water park and out there, but there's also other parts of Bradley that, you guys are looking at, working on, and, you talked about it last year with all the road projects and some of the residential areas and curbing and all that stuff. So,
yeah. We want the aesthetics of our municipality to be top notch when people come to visit. Maybe they get lost in a neighborhood. We don't have any high crime neighborhoods, so it'll be safe for them, but at least it'll be a pleasant view, hopefully, somewhere down the line for all the neighborhoods.
Yeah. Bradley Mayor Mike Watson is with us this morning. Real quick before we continue with him, don't forget to tune in to Game Night, powered by Oak Orthopedics, this Friday night as Bishop McNamara takes on Newark. Airtime 7 p.m., tip-off 7:30. Tune in right here with Game Night on WKAN. All right, Ron, do you have any pertinent questions you would like to ask Mayor Watson?
No.
Oh, come on. No, you're not.
Okay, how about this? Any plans for annexation? Because you're doing so much and you're landlocked.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with all that money you're making for the village?
What am I going to do with it?
Yeah, you got to spend.
I'm going to reinvest it.
And then after you make...
Well, I won't be here then when it's done. I mean, there's a lot of building to do, and,
You don't want to take over, expand your...
it'll have to be another individual probably at that point in time.
All right, that's...
the reinvestment needs to happen now, and we're going to do as much of it as we can get done. And hopefully it helps sustain and lift our economy locally, and I don't mean just Bradley, Kankakee counties, so that, if we have some troubled times, things are getting a little tight nationwide, that maybe we can kind of sail through it with, not too many problems. What our hope is. I mean, going back to our audit, I mean, we've got basically a year's supply of operational for the village of Bradley. I think they tell me it's 16 million. So, it's pretty close to 10 months worth of operations that we have that. So, you like having a nice reserve, but you also like having improvements made, and they're not always the improvements that Joe or Jane want at the time, but they're necessary and they're given a priority through the engineering firm a lot of times of, these are something that need to be addressed, and so we address those. So
All right.
But
Where-
that's it for the economics.
Where are you
man.
going to
We're
put the
reinvest.
people who want to move into Bradley?
Well, Bradley's got a lot of room to go east.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, it's all the way to Moments if we need to.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we got to stretch a ways.
All right.
Are there any events or things that Bradley's involved with coming up this month?
Yeah, well, this month's some important dates. Registration ends for the St. Patrick's Day Senior Celebration. Not there. So you got to have that registration in by February 27th. This is a collaborative effort between Bradley, the Village of Bourbonnais Township Park District, and Bourbonnais Township. So all four entities get together. We put on an event for the seniors of Bourbonnais Township. Cost is $10. The celebration for St. Patrick's Day is March 11th. And it's a great time at the Quality Inn. I go to them regularly since I'm a senior now. And no, it's just it's a good time. So just a reminder for the folks out there who might be listening that February 27th, which is coming up on us kind of quick, $10 registration fee for March 11th event.
It's the Park District where you get the tickets at, right?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. So, and good corned beef and cabbage, I'm assuming?
They got good food there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you not a corned beef guy?
I'll eat corned beef.
You will?
I just don't eat the cabbage.
Okay.
Cabbage regulates you. You know that, right?
What's that?
Cabbage regulates you.
I'm sure it does.
All right.
I'm sure it does. But we have some other important dates coming up. March 31, 2026. That's the last day for your Village of Bradley property tax rebate. So if you haven't done that yet, need to get in there and get that application in for any property you own in the Village of Bradley with a PIN number. You're eligible. There are some terms and conditions on the eligibility, but eventually they're all up for eligibility. So check into it. It's usually a few $100, and sometimes more than that if you have multiple properties. So we encourage everybody to take advantage of that program. Also, we got an ongoing security camera grant. It's kind of faded off a little bit from the initial start a few years ago. But if you ever thought you wanted a security camera on your home, we offer up to $200 rebate once it's installed and you demonstrate a receipt of purchase for what you paid for it. We'll reimburse that. And then another thing to be looking out for coming up in March will be our head of household rebate program. That'll get started again. So that's worth up to about $120 for people who spent all of 2025 in the Village of Bradley and they are the head of household. So it's just another way to give back to our folks, so that the impacts of sales tax aren't so harsh on them.
Okay.
I guess I'd also like to give a warm welcome to our newly appointed village clerk, Anita Lovell. She lives in Bradley, has been here since 1990. Her husband, Pat Lovell, he's a lifer. He's been here for his whole life, so it's nice to have that family on board in some way, shape, or form in the Village of Bradley, and so we just like to say welcome aboard, Anita.
Awesome. Do we have any new updates on 315 Fest?
There are some things that have happened. So I'm told through the EDO, Bradley Economic Development staff, that they think they've got all the slots filled. I don't know that we actually have any contracts signed yet, but commitments, I think, are there. And so I think we'll be announcing that sometime by the end of the month
Okay.
as to who all the acts will be there. So
Okay. Awesome. And I think that's it. All my questions. You got any more, Ron, or no?
No, sir.
No?
come
Okay.
on, man.
You always come in so prepared and just tell me
I don't
everything.
really come in prepared. I just wing it, from knowing it, I guess.
That
living
okay.
it.
Thank you for saying that. Ween it. I'm thinking food now. You got a new Indian restaurant? Is that correct?
Yes, we do. Taz
Okay.
is. I was there for the ribbon cutting. I think Friday, and very nice looking restaurant. Actually, I was surprised by there was a lot of out of town elected officials. So Mayor Pembroke was there.
Okay.
An alderman from the city of Kankakee was there for the grand opening. So he's got a popular fan base that kind of follows him around.
Okay.
And so we wish him well. I mean, I think the Indian cuisine is, if you like it, I think that particular location will do well.
And that's that same little area where Popeyes is.
Absolutely,
that right?
it's in that same building. It's be the east and north, so the northeast corner of the building.
Okay. Where Mancino's used to be?
I think it's the same
Okay.
location.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that's good. Good thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
we love it when that all adds to the tax base, that sales tax, and incredibly, we be able to build and expand upon that pretty significantly. So that's what's helping us get to where we need to go. And I think once that water park in, that'll be a huge chunk of money, really, that comes from the various taxes that apply for the visitors. So
Awesome. All right. Anything else you'd like to mention this
I
morning?
think we covered a lot of bases.
Okay.
I'm sure more will pop up, and maybe next time I come back, I'll have some good information. One of the other things we're going down to Texas is to we'll be meeting with Mattel principals again, and one of the things I'm going to be pressing them for is, do you want a bigger footprint with some of your other ventures here in the village of Bradley? And
Okay.
if so, we've got the property, and it's in proximity to the water park. As things start to unfold and develop, you kind of got to give the nod now instead of waiting 2-3 years and all these little spots are getting filled up. So,
Sure.
so we'll be pressing and getting some answers from that as well.
Awesome. Good deal. And looks like, looking at the calendar here, the next time you'll be with us is the day before St. Patrick's Day, which is also the
16th.
election.
The 16th.
The 16th of March. Yeah. So, all right. Bradley Mayor Mike Watson, thanks for stopping by.
All right, never a problem, guys.
All right.
Take care. Have
You
a great
too.
week.
Enjoy Texas. And,
Well, it's supposed to be warm here, too.
yeah, I know. That's what I was saying.
So it isn't like I'm-
when you come back, it's going to cool back down again here. So
It is what it is. Yeah, I think winter's kind of shot, so I think it won't drag out too long, I don't think. I think we'll be off and running to some nice days, and the ball fields will be packed, and, we'll just have it'll be nice. Everybody gets energetic when the weather turns
We
nice.
sure do.
yeah, they do. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Mike, have a great day.
You as well. Bye.